Johnny Somali has been streaming, making money, and continuing to profit from social media fame. Naturally, this raises the question, how long before authorities step in? The most likely outcome would be fines, though actual charges aren't off the table either. Immigration law, while separate from criminal proceedings, is now starting to catch up with him. And once again, Johnny Somali is facing fresh legal trouble. This time, South Korean officials are demanding proof of his visa status. As a U.S. passport holder, Johnny is allowed to stay in South Korea for up to 90 days without a visa, but only for tourism or certain business activities. Anything beyond that, or any kind of work without authorization, immediately becomes illegal. And that's where the trouble lies. Johnny Somali has far exceeded the legal time frame, making money through streaming while breaking immigration rules. Authorities are now making it clear penalties are coming. Things could escalate quickly. His next court date is set for the final week of October, and these visa issues could add a whole new layer of problems to his case. South Korea has recently begun cracking down on what it calls nuisance streamers, people traveling across Asia, provoking locals on camera, and collecting donations without proper visas or paying taxes. While genuine tourists don't need work permits, these streamers have been abusing the system, posing as tourists while effectively running online businesses. Officials aren't turning a blind eye anymore, especially since the U.S. has already taken action against Koreans working illegally in America. Now, South Korea is responding in kind. If America enforces visa rules strictly, Korea will do the same. Fair play. To put it simply, Americans like Johnny Somali can visit Korea for 90 days visa-free. Anything longer requires electronic travel authorization. But Johnny and others like Ice Poseidon ignored this. They made millions in South Korea and Japan while evading tax and immigration laws. Their approach was simple: make money, break the rules, then disappear. So why not do the same in the US or Europe? Because in those regions, the law is far stricter. Harassing strangers for profit could easily land them in prison. They assumed Asian countries would be easier to exploit. Johnny has tried to defend himself by framing it all as free speech. He argues he's being punished for nothing more than streaming and accepting donations. But the reality is clear. Had he tried this in the U.S., he'd almost certainly already be serving time. Now South Korean authorities are taking his case more seriously than ever. Legal experts, including Legal Mindset, have pointed out that he could easily face fines, or worse, for working without the right visa. Immigration agencies often wait until someone leaves the country to act, but in Johnny's case, they may not want to wait. This could be their way of showing they're serious. To make matters worse, Johnny has openly admitted he started this entire nuisance streaming trend. He's even bragged about being the martyr of IRL streaming, claiming he sacrificed his own career to make the movement popular. That admission alone could be enough to use against him. And the proof of his influence is everywhere. Streamers inspired by him are now popping up across Japan, South Korea, and beyond, repeating the same behavior. Take Kelton Liv, for example, who physically attacked an elderly Japanese man on a train after being told to stop filming. The video shows just how reckless and dangerous this type of behavior has become. In another viral clip, a streamer is seen harassing a woman on the street, again mirroring the same toxic pattern that Johnny Somali introduced. This is the legacy he created: streamers with no boundaries, harassing strangers for donations, and acting like criminals when challenged. Johnny himself once admitted, "If it wasn't for me, there wouldn't be this much scrutiny." And in a way, he's right. He's become the face of this disruptive streaming trend. Now, with South Korea reviewing its immigration enforcement more closely, Johnny Somali may finally be running out of time. His case could become both a warning and a lesson for others looking to exploit legal loopholes abroad. So what's your take? Is Johnny Somali about to face the full consequences of his actions? Share your thoughts in the comments below.